recording.
I'm proud to be from the projects.
We recording?
My mama bought a house when we were in elementary. Oh, she was recording.
Projects.
I was proud of her. I was in fourth
Mama.
grade, and she bought her own house. And it was crazy because if we had social media, it would have been a beautiful moment. So we walked in the house, and I remember thinking, because we grew up in the projects, we never had carpet. And I get so emotional thinking about the story, but I remember thinking like, whoa, this place got carpet. And so we were downstairs, and like she's like, go around the house. For me and Sean to run around the house. We were like, oh, this is nice, mama. And she's like, y'all like it? We was like, yeah. She's like, it's yours. It's ours. I bought this house. And I was like, so we just started bawling. And I just remember, sitting in front of our big window, and I just remember touching the carpet like, we got carpet. My mama did it.
Damn.
And I cried. Carpet was such a big, that's why to this day I'm like, I really need carpet in apartments. I hadn't experienced carpet my entire childhood.
That's beautiful.
So we got carpet. I was like, my mama did it. We got carpet. Like, I was just so excited.
Hell yeah.
We got carpet, bitches. We can vacuum clean.
Right? Yep. We can get the vacuum out.
I didn't know how much of a bitch carpet was.
Right.
At that point.
It is
I grew up and I was
but...
like, carpet is a bitch.
Yeah. Damn.
You have to clean it profusely, and you need to...
Can't eat over it, nothing. Carpet is a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was random. Keep that in, Bob. All right.
It's in. Yeah.
It's all in there. Dang.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's our 10th episode, final episode of the season. Did you miss me?
Who is that?
It's Rachel Cherie.
Oh, shit, welcome back, Rachel.
I'm going to totally be honest with our audience. I actually had to quarantine because I felt... I felt coronavirus symptoms, and I actually technically still feel the symptoms, but I tested negative, so we're just gonna go with that.
Okay. Welcome back.
Okay, so welcome back.
And our Natasha and our asses were like, Rachel's on vacation.
Right.
She's with the Cabana Boys.
I was on vacation. I was watching all kinds of shit.
Right. Well, she with Cabana Boys. We didn't want y'all on her business though. We wanted
I was with the Cabana Boy.
We were protecting Rachel's integrity.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, damn! I got excited. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you all miss me.
We did.
And I'm glad I'm back with Blood Sisters with the Z podcast. Please like and subscribe and make sure you comment and answer our cold-hearted questions. We want to know what
hard, cold-hearted
Okay,
questions.
I like that better.
That's what I'm saying.
Hard, cold-hearted.
Cold-hearted questions.
So during your break, did you do anything fun?
Actually, I did. As soon as I found out I tested negative, I went to a Halloween party.
Oh my gosh. Now this is a good moment because 2020 has been hard on us all, and we try to do, I guess, the right thing by quarantining, but we've all been guilty of it.
That was the right thing to go party, damn it. I was literally stuck in the house for a week. I told my boss I had corona symptoms, and he literally just shooed me off.
I know that's right.
Get out.
Shoo fly, don't bother me. Okay, so I was like, well, fine. So I got my results back on Saturday afternoon, and that was actually the day of the party. And I'm just like, I'm not going to be able to go to this damn party. I had my costume picked out and everything.
Aww.
I designed my own costume this year, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to go. And
I saw that picture on Facebook.
You
You look super cute.
Thank you so much.
But you
I thought I wasn't going to be able to go, and when they said I tested negative, I still was a little reluctant because I'm just like, oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I actually was like, are you serious? Because I still don't have exactly. I don't have a taste of smell or taste of nothing. Smell shit. So really, but I really wanted to go to the party. I truly had thought out this costume. Normally I just be cliche every year, and this year I actually really thought out the costume, and I really wanted to do it. So.
Good. I'm happy you got to do it, and we happy to have you back.
Yeah.
Christina,
you.
what you do?
Back.
How was your week?
My week?
What you do, girl?
Oh, shit. I laid in bed a lot. I did. I was going through some shit,
She's living
to be
her best
honest. Yeah, I
right.
found out that my dad passed away October 30th. So it was the night of October 30th, which was a Friday. Halloween was on that Saturday, October 31st, and I was really pumped for Halloween, but I spent most of the day in bed. This whole week has been really hard, but it's been really nice knowing that I've been able to look forward to the show and been able to look forward to seeing my girls and record our show. So this is what's keeping me going right now.
All right.
This is
That's
good.
right. I definitely feel that. I needed this show to keep myself going. 2020 has been rough on us all. I've got a lot of shit going on health-wise, but we're not going to get into that this episode. But yes, 2020 has been rough on us all. For me, the one positive I can say, because I'm not, you ladies are so open and honest and strong, and I love y'all. I wish to hopefully get there someday. But for me, the highlight of this week was finally getting to try Terramana, the rocks tequila.
Oh, okay. Is that the stuff that I tried at your house?
Yes.
That was good.
Yes.
I tried it straight and it was good.
Yeah, so whenever you come to my house, just know I'm never gonna ask you if you want alcohol in the mixer. It's just straight alcohol. The best.
She poured me this fat glass of tequila with some ice in it, just straight tequila, and I was like,
it.
okay. So I took a sip and I was like, oh yeah, this is
You
actually
saved me a
really
glass.
good.
That's a $35 bottle. I didn't drink
ready
all
to
of
do
it.
shit.
Shout out to Myra Sanchez. She
Terramana.
dropped off my Terramana.
Oh, Myra, we love you long
We love you long
time.
time, Myra.
It's good.
I've been sipping on that for the week, and that has. I'm gonna actually, when we leave here, I'm gonna drink on that again. That's been
Hell
the highlight
yeah.
of my
All
week.
right.
very
Tequila,
smooth.
tequila.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of tequila, Tasha, tell us who we talking
She's got
about.
wine in her mouth. What are you doing?
Well, can you smell?
What the rock?
Yes,
Is
it's
cooking.
Today, we are talking about the former female wrestler, Juana Barraza, BKA, El Mataviejitas.
I love how her last name sounds like fajita.
Oh,
I love
hungry now.
fajitas.
Oh, man, I'm
too.
hungry
Hell
like
yeah.
goddamn now.
Now, Mataviejitas
Mataviejitas.
Mataviejitas.
translate to the little old lady killer,
I can't believe her.
aka La Dama del Silencio,
I
the
cannot
Lady of
believe her.
Silence.
I'm
Lady of
mad at her.
Silence. Yep.
Now we're gonna turn to our in-house Latin, Miss Christina Mata, whenever we mispronounce words.
Because we're really good at pronunciation.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know how much help Christina gonna be. She's pretty Milwaukee-ized right
Yeah.
now,
Pretty much.
but we gonna get through this
She
episode.
ghetto.
Yeah.
We're gonna
We'll get
try.
there.
She look ghetto. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Juana Barraza Sampirio.
You got her say her name like Juana.
Juana Barraza Sampirio. She was born December 27, 1957 in rural Hidalgo.
Hidalgo.
House Mexican. Rural Hidalgo, Mexico. Told you we're going to mess this up the whole show. Now, for those of you wondering, this is just north of Mexico City. I was
All
wondering
right.
that. Okay.
Directions. Okay.
I got y'all covered.
Directions.
Now, her daddy, Trinidad Barraza, he was reported, and I've seen two different occupations for him. He was reported as being a police officer and then a truck driver. Truck driver made more sense to me, so I'm going to go with truck driver.
Okay.
Her mother, Justa Samprio, she was a prostitute.
Roll to Mars.
You see it.
Okay.
She was a prostitute, and she was only 13 years old when she gave birth to Juana. Yeah, 13. You heard me right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Now, 3 months after she was born, her mother, who was a prostitute and a known alcoholic at this young point in her life, she left her dad. She left Juana's dad and began a physical relationship with Refugio Sampiro. Now, Juana's dad, Trinidad, he was no saint, right? It is said that the reason why the mom left him, he had, guess how many kids? Anybody know this answer?
Come on. Tell
If
me.
you know,
That's
don't
something
tell us.
ridiculous like
Don't tell us if you know it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay.
you know it. Okay. You
See,
know?
I didn't look it up. Nope. Tell me.
32.
Excuse me?
Yes. It is reported that he fathered 32 kids.
Damn.
He actually went on record himself.
He needs 64 ass whoopings.
He needs Maury Povich.
Yes.
He needs to go on Maury.
He went on record himself and admitted, yeah, I lost count. When they asked, how many kids you got? He's like, yeah, I lost count. I ain't gonna need a lot of y'all. Yep. Uh-huh.
You ever heard of a condom boy?
Nope.
Yeah. Exactly. With a 13-year-old, remind you at this time. She's 13 years old. Now, back to the man her mom left her dad for, Refugio, right? Sam Pirio. Now, you may have noticed that the last name sounds familiar. That's because he was already a married man. Mm-hmm. And Justa, her mama, that was her stepfather.
Girl,
Yes.
that's some Alabama shit.
I was just gonna say, is this Alabama?
Yes.
Or where are we?
So the man that she left her dad for, 13 years old, alcoholic, prostitute, is her stepfather, who she started to have a physical affair with.
Fucking
because the baby
yikes.
daddy done already had 32 kids.
Drink to that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Drink
we
to that,
gon-
girl.
yeah.
Drink to that.
We got this Sunset Blush.
Now, it is said
Sunset
that
Blush
that
in
the
a
man
box.
that she
Franzia
went
sponsor us.
It said that man, Mr. Samperio, he actually went on to become like a father figure for young Juana, which was, I guess, good.
Juana.
Yeah.
Bless
now,
their hearts, I guess.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Samperio.
Sure.
Now, as an infant, her own mother did not speak to her much as she was busy trying to grow herself and run in the streets, right? This left young Juana to never learn how to read or write. All she learned how to do was to write her own name. Now, at the age of 12, her own mother pimped her out for the first time to a man named Jose Lugo. Forget this, 3 beers. Her own mother sold her to this man, Jose, for 3 beers.
3 beers. Your daughter's whole integrity
Yep.
for 3 beers.
3 beers.
Can you imagine
3
being a mom
beers.
giving
Is she
birth
gonna
to
get
a
drunk off
child?
that 3 beers though? I mean,
What
I
is
know
that
I
gonna
probably
do for
sound
you?
shallow. But I'm just asking. You think she
Right.
gonna? I mean, are you
What
even gonna get
good is that
satisfied
gonna do for you?
off of this 3 beers? Yes,
Right.
honey. Thank you.
And
Thank
that's
you.
how much of an alcoholic she was. She was like, I need this alcohol. I got a
my
daughter I can sell. You
goodness.
just give me 3 beers. Not even a whole 6-pack. 3
no,
beers. And
no,
that's
not
it.
even the whole
Half a
24, 12.
Yeah.
Come on now.
3 beers. Now, at the age of 12, I already said. Now, this abuse at the age of 12 went on for 4 years with Lugo, as he would beat her and he even got her pregnant twice. Once when she was 13 years old, just a year after she was sold to him. And again when she was 16 years old, she got pregnant by this man. Now, she would ultimately end up miscarrying both children, but she was pregnant by this man. Now, there was also reports that this was not the only man that her mother sold her to, but this was the longest known abuser.
Right.
And if you're willing to sell your daughter at 12, I'm pretty sure her mother sold her to multiple men. Lugo was not the only one.
It was 3 beers.
Yep.
3 beers.
So imagine what she did for more.
It was 3 beers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some Bacardi or some Jack.
Right.
Some
Okay.
little liquor.
Thank you.
Right.
A big ass bottle of fucking, what is this we've been drinking?
Wild turkey.
American
Wild turkey,
honey.
Right.
That's a big ass
I'm
bottle,
gonna need
too.
Send
more
us
than
some of
3
that.
beers.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
even like beers. Tasha had to turn me
I
on to
love
beers.
beers. Beers
We
is
had
cheap.
some Miller Lite.
Yeah, I like the
During our
water
funeral.
shit. Yeah.
At least it doesn't have so much of a hoppy flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now back to Juana, right? Now, once her mother died of cirrhosis, which is caused by hepatitis and chronic alcohol abuse, Juana finally left Mexico City. She resented her mother for not providing her with a better life so early on, which is understandably. She ended up, after this point, going through several failed marriages, and she had 4 children. Some reports said that she had 7, but that was not confirmed, so we're going to go with 4 for the sake of this story. Now, most of her husbands were abusive. Her firstborn, a son, unfortunately, he died in a gang shooting at the tender age of 24. Conflicting reports say that he was attacked by muggers and beaten with a baseball bat and died to his injuries. But most reports that I seen, did you guys see anything about that? That he was actually killed in a gang rivalry type situation.
I heard that her son had died at a young age.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
24. He was at 24. So either way, the murder of her elder son is when Juana reports that her anger became uncontrollable. Understandably. So her second child, a girl, ended up leaving home very early and she got married. Now, fun fact, skipping ahead a little bit. When Juana got arrested, her oldest daughter actually stepped in and took care of the other 2 children. Her other 2 children were a boy who was 13 and a girl who was 11. Now, in response to her children, Juana actually went on to say she is proud to say that she kept things going on her own, and she is proud of being both father and mother to her children. So just a background story to show you, Juana's children did not have a father figure. She had the father figure in her stepdad / step granddad, I guess we would call him. But her own children did not have a father figure. Now, during the 80s and 90s, she held random jobs to support her family. She did domestic work, street vending, and petty theft. Now, her neighbors actually did describe her children as friendly, and whenever they seen her in passing, they said she was very pleasant. So she did something right. Even though she had a horrible childhood, her children on the surface seemed to be very respectable, well-mannered, well-kept. Neighborhood had no complaints about her children. She even toured as a masked wrestler named La Dama del Silencio. La Dama del Silencio. The Lady of Silence, which she chose because of her own shy and silent personality. She told the police, "Because I am quiet and keep myself to myself," in response to why she picked that name. Now, she was described as, and me and Rachel talked about this earlier, this is so offensive as a woman for someone to describe you as stocky and strong.
Yes, it is.
So offensive. And it even made me, it triggered me because even me doing MMA, whenever anyone, mainly women online, would get mad at me for random reasons, they would call me a man. What? And I'm like, but I'm juicy below. I just got muscles up top.
I'm glad you said that, because anytime I've been mistaken as a man is because they just simply looked at my hair and my haircut.
Wow.
And because I have a short, or I wore a short afro so long.
I never knew that.
But this is what I would do, though.
Ready
When
to
people would
beat up all
be
these
like, "Excuse me,
people."
sir, excuse me, sir," I just wouldn't answer. I hear you, but I'm not a man. And so these 2 women that did that to me, they kept saying, "Excuse me, sir, excuse me, sir." And then the one finally just looked at my body and was just like, "Oh my God, that's a woman." She was just like, "Look at her body, like look at her ass." Like that's what she said to her friend, like, "Look at her ass, that's a woman." And then I turned around and I was like, "Hi."
Wow.
And she was like, "I'm sorry, I just didn't, I saw your haircut," and I was just like, "Yeah, but you're judging me just by a haircut. My hair don't make me at all."
Like women can have shorter hair, but that's ridiculous.
And that's all you looking at is my damn haircut.
Your hair?
And you see me from behind. She saw me from behind. I didn't turn around.
And anytime a woman said this to me, it was as if because she couldn't call me ugly. So I was like, "Well, you're muscular. I'm going to say you're a man." I was like, what? Wow, these muscles are intentional. You can't shame me for
God
getting
forbid
muscles.
you have strong ass arms
Right.
because you're a strong ass woman.
And I'm literally punching for 8 hours a day. Of course I have muscles in
But
my arms.
that shows me that they want women to be frail and
Yep.
Right.
quote unquote weak.
And it may seem like we're getting off subject, but I mean, we'll touch base on it later. This does go into Juana's story because everyone has this idea of what a woman should look like, right?
Who they should be, what they should look like,
Exactly.
how they should act.
So getting back to Juana, Miss Barraza, now she did have an obsession with lucha libre, which is a form of masked Mexican professional freestyle wrestling. I've been drinking. Now,
We've all been.
right. They
been
do
a day.
captivate fans by wearing colorful masks, funky outfits, doing crazy stunts, and like risky high-flying wrestling moves. Now, interesting fact that I found was that some of the losers of these matches were forced to remove their mask forever. And that was part of like their whole gimmick. Like, I got to wear my mask. You don't know who I am. But if you lost some of the matches, they would make you remove the mask.
Oh, it's just like Masked Singer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so excited to read that. I was like, I never knew that about Lucha Libre. But yeah, if you lost some matches,
I didn't
you
know
had
that
to
either.
remove your mask.
I knew they had to wrestle with masks. Well, I didn't know that part. Okay.
Now, sadly, I read some different things, but overall, the common thing is Miss Barraza was not that great of a wrestler. Which is kind of disappointing for me to find out. Like, I was so hyped at the possibility of her being like this badass woman out there kicking butt every night, but that wasn't the case. Like, she kind of was good because of her build, but we also take into account that her age. Now, she was usually somewhere at the bottom of the fight card, or she was even out selling popcorn as she was injured. So she was a big fighter. People knew her name. She was a household name. People loved her, but she was older and she would get injured a lot. So they're like, okay, we want to keep you in the building and kind of bring in customers. Go outside and sell popcorn. So I was expecting her to like be like 0-20 and she's a great wrestler and she's killing everyone. That was not the case for our female wrestler here.
Okay.
Now, it is said that once, I seen one report that said that once she removed her mask, she looked like someone who could be your mother. Mm-hmm. So she wasn't very intimidating because she took her mask off and you're just like, oh, who's this cute little old lady?
She actually, that's another reason why I was a little offended for her, because she does not look like a man.
Yeah.
She does not look like a man to me.
They don't know nothing about this yet, though.
Yeah,
we're gonna let Rachel cover that. They don't know nothing about that part. But yeah, because she's clearly a beautiful woman.
She doesn't even look like old.
Yeah,
she doesn't even look like an old lady.
Yep, at that time she did not.
She just looked like a middle-aged
She's an age now,
lady.
Now, before being arrested on a Mexican TV show, she told the fans that no matter her name, she was definitely bad to the core. Who knew that she was actually being honest? That woman was bad to the core.
She was telling truths.
Yep. Now, in 1995, after giving birth to her fourth child, she was strapped for cash, right? She started to steal from local shops and went on to burglarize homes. Now that we all have those girlfriends who encourage us to make not so smart choices, I guess we can say. So in 1996, her homegirl, Araceli Tapia Martinez, the two of them decided to rob elderly people. They're like, this is a good idea. We ain't got no money. Let's go ahead and steal from some elderly people. So the two friends decided to dress in white clothes and pretend to be nurses in order to gain access to the elderly people's homes. Now, once they were inside, they would rob the elderly people. Her homegirl, Tapia, was also in a relationship with a corrupt federal cop named Moises Flores Dominguez. Right?
Moises.
They decided to try to, I guess, blackmail Juana, right?
That's right, yeah.
So after one of her robberies, Flores met Juana alone and he demanded 12,000 pesos.
Give me the cash.
All the
bitch.
cash. Now, 12,000 pesos in U.S. dollars today equals out to $582.49.
That's
Ain't
not
even
a lot
much,
of
but
money.
okay.
Not even a lot.
Right.
Or he threatened, I'm going to arrest you, right? So in 2000, she gave him the money. She's like, all right, take this money. Take the $500. Don't arrest me, right?
Who gives a shit?
And so in 2000, she decided she would retire from wrestling, where she earned while wrestling $300 to $500 pesos. I'm sorry, not dollars. Pesos per night, which equals out to, get this, 300 to 500 pesos.
Not much in American dollars.
And U.S. dollars, that's $14.52. 56 cents, excuse me, and $24.27. That's what she earned.
So she
night.
couldn't technically get a full Cheesecake Factory meal.
No. She could get
She could get a pack of cigs and maybe a beer.
Right. Yeah.
No, she could get some cigarettes. You right. She can get some Newports because Newports is about $10 here.
All right.
And then she got $4 left.
Yeah, okay. She can get her a beer or two depending on our sales.
Yeah.
Yep.
Depending on
And taxes.
where she goes.
Yep.
And what specials are going on that
Of
day.
course, now she's gone from making $14.56 and $24 a night from wrestling, putting her body through all of this at her age, to now making nothing. She's decided she's going to retire. She's always injured. I'm going to get out. So now she's truly desperate and strapped for cash.
And so what does she do?
What'd she do?
What you gotta do?
My heart. She robs and murders elderly women over 60 years of age.
No. Come on, Juana.
She literally would try to make friends with... No, ain't no try. No, there's no try. She made friends with these women. And then she was struck after gaining their trust. She would acquire... Okay, now this was the sneaky ass part. She would acquire a list of government assistance programs, women that were on those lists. And then she would figure out who actually lived alone. Then she would do damage. She often dressed as a nurse or like a government official, offering welfare program opportunities. So, of course, somebody that come to your house, that's offering you some more government assistance, and you're elderly, you don't have no money. Of course, you're going to take that. You're going to listen to this person. Yeah. You're going to invite them in. Please come have coffee. Please come have some cookies or something. Right. Of course, you're going to invite them in. So she made friends with these people. They invited her in their homes. They was trusting Juana, and she lied to them. And all she wanted was their life and part of their goods. When she actually went in their houses and killed them when she finally did, she didn't even hardly take nothing. At all. She would take strange, like a religious trinket. She wouldn't even take much. She wouldn't take all your money. She wouldn't go through your papers and take your bank account information or anything like that. She wouldn't do anything like that. She wouldn't go through your safe or nothing like that. She wouldn't do anything like that. She literally would just take little tiny things.
It's not like she could read or write, so it's not like she even knew what to steal. If she saw something, she wouldn't know what it said.
But when she stole those 3 art pieces from Baptiste, of Baptiste, I feel like she maybe thought, oh, these might be originals. I can get some money off of this.
Maybe. Well, she saw them,
because 3 of her victims, they all had that painting.
They had that same
print.
They
had their red coat painting.
Yeah. And I have that.
Yes, please talk about that, honey.
Yeah,
please.
Absolutely.
Please talk about it.
Oh, show.
Okay. Now, evidence and sources are all over the place as far as credibility. But I did see that she killed at least 40 elderly women. However, I also saw that she killed at least 49 plus elderly women. I also saw between 24 and 49 elderly women. But she is for sure a killer. In 2002, she killed Maria de la Luz Gonzalez Anaya.
That's not right.
November 25th, 2002.
Sure.
According to her, she said something offensive or derogatory.
I seen that.
And she beat her and choked her out with her bare hands.
Now, can we talk about how strong you have to be to beat someone to death, and how much anger you have to have in you to physically beat someone?
To physically beat somebody, especially about them just saying something.
And
not necessarily them doing anything. Yes. Not necessarily them doing anything or what, but just because now, mind you, this is the first murder that the police
know of. Yeah.
Know of. Let me just go ahead and tell y'all about the past. So, in 1998, that's when she actually for real struck, but they don't know that because they knew her as Elle, not La, because she is a wrestler, and witnesses and sources said that they saw a man dressed up as a woman, posed as a woman. So police are literally looking for transvestites, questioning them. They actually prosecuted some people for the murders between 1998 and 2001 for the murders that Juana did.
Yep.
And let me just go ahead and get this political crap out the way. But I feel like they're not going to go back to those 1998, 2001 murders because it costs too much money. It costs too much money to actually open these cases up and figure out if she actually did do it. To actually go back and get forensic files and see if she actually did do it. So instead of doing all that, we just gonna say she created or she committed 11 murders instead of all the ones that she actually did. We're not gonna go back and do shit because we're not gonna pay for shit. To me, that's what that's saying. Yep. Now, y'all can think what you want to think, but that's what I think. Now. I'm just saying. That's just how I feel. I do not appreciate. Y'all already know I do not like when these goddamn serial killers go around killing every goddamn body and then they only get charged for one. No. Right. I almost said something. You need to be charged for all of them. You need to be charged for all of them. Okay? So you do know. I'm going off, so just go ahead and bear with me. But you do know that there was a L instead of a la, murdering these people in 1998 in Mexico City. Those murders skyrocketed because she was out there being angry, killing people and murdering them.
Right.
Rachel's on
but
her
we're not gonna.
soapbox.
I'm sorry.
I
was looking into this shit. Oh, so
Hell
y'all
yeah.
not gonna open up the shit because it's gonna cost some money.
Talk your shit.
Okay, but in 2002, whatever. In 2002, Maria said something offensive to her, and she killed her. She strangled the woman with her bare hands. Okay, and anytime she actually went into these elderly women's houses, she would either pose as a nurse, she would pose as a government official, and offer them programs or offer them some type of assistance, a massage, a room cleaning, something, laundry service.
Too, Maria was 64. Just in case anybody was wondering how old she was, Maria was 64 years old at this time.
Yes.
Elderly woman.
And she did that to her. But initially, like, what put everything over, since they thought it was a man murdering these women because they had her profile wrong. She's actually a woman, a female wrestler, but she looked masculine to these witnesses, so they said it was a man. So they're looking for a transvestite instead of a woman. As far as I'm concerned, if I was an officer, if I was a detective, I'm not going to look for just any kind of person. I'm going to look for what you said, what they look like. Okay.
They thought she was a man because of her broad shoulders.
Her broad shoulders.
Women can't have broad shoulders.
And she wore a blouse.
She wore a blouse and she was wide.
That means it's a man dressed as a woman.
Yeah, she had a short haircut and she was, wide.
God forbid any woman might have broad shoulders and a short haircut.
Right.
God forbid. But unfortunately, in 2006, when she murdered that 82-year-old, strangled her with that stethoscope, that's actually what put her in the police's eyes. Like, she was already in their eyes, she was already in their path, but because a witness saw this and the witness actually lived with the victim, remember I told you Juana would look for elderly women that was on government assistance and that lived alone. But this is where she slipped up, because this woman did not live alone. So that means she was smart. She ain't had that this person was on some papers. She was just getting this rent money under the table. This woman was renting a room from her, and she killed this 82-year-old woman. And when 84-year-old woman, 84. She killed this 84-year-old woman, and when her housemate came home, she found her. Christina, please tell us what happened.
Sure.
And by the way, that woman's name is Ana Maria de los Reyes Alfaro.
Yeah, girl, get it.
I just wanted to show off.
Look, because y'all know she was pronouncing every fucking thing wrong.
Your accent there, that's good.
Trying to redeem my drunk self. Watch, I said that wrong too.
Okay, Tasha, you got her name right.
Oh,
snap, and Z formation
Christina
for
gonna
you.
say it different than me, but I tried. Okay, go ahead, Christina.
It's all right.
Might channel my Mexican ancestors and get it right, but we'll see what happens. So this Mataviejitas was not caught until 2006, but I just want to paint a little bit of a picture of some other incidents that led up to this. So there were actually some people who had been previously arrested for similar crimes. For example, March of 2004, Araceli Vasquez Garcia is convicted of killing 81-year-old Gloria and Anadino Rizo Ramirez, posing as a social worker. She walked her home and robbed and killed her. So just 6 months later, September 12th of 2004, Mario Tablas is a street vendor who was caught having killed 3 elderly women. He posed as a female nurse, and upon searching his home, they found a notebook that he kept with names of potential future victims. And in the notebook, he had written in Spanish, "God gave me the authority to exterminate."
What?
So they had found these other murders during this time.
Oh
Having
my gosh.
captured both of these people, police assumed that their work was done and the murders would stop. Still, the murders continued, and they knew that they had another killer on their hands. Now, this was a huge story in the media, and the media would criticize the authorities for dismissing all the evidence of a serial killer and referring to it as simply a media sensationalism.
There it is. That's it.
Sensationalism.
Tasha, like, that sound right.
Right, that sounds good. That sounds good. So, with all the murders continuing, they go back to investigating. They see that the killer preys on lower to middle class retirees who lived alone near parks or gardens. They also found the same set of fingerprints at many of the murder scenes, but they were not on file anywhere, which told them that this person had not been convicted of any previous crimes. They also found that the same knot was used in the various cords that were used for strangling. They also found that 3 of the victims also owned a print of the painting by Jean-Baptiste Greuze called Boy in a Red Waistcoat. Now, I will say that this doesn't really come up again at all. It ends up not being it was just one of the similarities they found.
But what if she like was stealing those paintings in hopes of actually stealing an original? Because that's the only reason why I feel like you would
stealer.
But okay, but the same painting and it's a print.
Yeah, it's just a print.
I don't know.
That's just it. Like,
unless she
why
was
did
selling
3
it,
of
I
these
understand.
victims have the
But
same
maybe
print?
She thought it was okay. But if it was an original, then that means she would have the money in her hands. You know what I'm saying? If that's what she actually wanted. Because remember, she's desperate. She don't have her wrestling, her passion, and she's angry.
Lost her first child.
She lost her first child. So I'm just saying, like, maybe that's why she was stealing the same painting. Because I'm just saying, I'm not going to steal the same painting unless I know I'm stealing the original, the first time or whatever.
Yeah. As far as I could tell, it didn't actually have anything to do with the murders. Many of the victims were also Spanish expats, which, you know, for the police at one time, they might have suspected that the murders were tied to xenophobia or racism. Again, as far as I could tell, it didn't have anything to do with the Mataviejitas. She didn't choose her victims in that way, but it could have also had to just do with the area that she targeted. It might have been that it was just heavily populated with Spanish expats.
Okay.
It didn't, as far as I could tell, she wasn't specifically targeting those people. In 2005, the media starts a sort of hunt for this killer. They're looking for El Mataviejitas because they're assuming that the killer is a male, and
because they're ignorant.
Right. And El is the masculine version of the. So they're assuming that El insinuates that El Mataviejitas is a male. The police also released a profile of the potential killer that they were to be between 40 and 50 years old, 1.75 meters tall, that they have jobs that are not necessarily well paid, and whatever jobs they do have, they couldn't necessarily keep for long.
Right.
Also, they did not live in Mexico City where the murders were taking place, but they used public transportation to get there. They were clever and careful, but had no remorse and posed as a government worker. Just a few days later, 85-year-old Guadalupe Oliver Contreras was murdered. Witnesses say that they saw the victim walking with a muscular woman in a pink blouse. They thought it was a cross-dresser, actually, and some even thought that they saw this person wearing a wig. So they're thinking
she don't
it's
look
a cross-dresser.
Like
She's wearing a wig. I feel like someone goes. They use one detail and just go off on it.
Okay.
They're like, she was a cross-dresser. She was wearing a wig. She was wearing a pink blouse. Must have been a man dressed as a woman.
Right.
Like, people just go off. So now it's November 2005, and police think that they're looking for a man disguised as a female. There was even a rumor going around at the time that the police were actually trying to hire old people to be used as bait in shopping malls. So the police later...
They better paid them.
Right. Apparently they did. But
okay.
The police later denied this, but you never know. You can't trust the police.
The
no matter
police
what
will do
country you're
anything to find...
Right.
Especially if they're passionate about the case. Yes.
Yep.
If they're trying to catch someone, they don't care who they're putting in jeopardy, okay?
You watch Power?
No. But okay.
I'm like, you watch what?
What's that?
You watch Power, honey.
The Mexico City Department of Justice actually created a special task force called Parques y Jardines, which is parks and gardens.
Okay.
They produced about 64 sketches of the potential serial killer and created 70,000 informational pamphlets and posters, which were placed in government offices and public transportation areas. They also increased their presence of plainclothes police. Mexican police then imported French detectives to help them with the case and educate them a bit more on serial killers. They then updated their profile of the killer as a man of homosexual preferences who experienced childhood physical abuse. They lived surrounded by women and might have had a connection to an elderly woman, which led to their resentment towards them.
Now, I did read, too, that this was the first time in Mexico's history that the police actually profiled a serial killer. She was the first. I was like, what? Yes. That was the first time they actually offered up a public profile. Like, okay, we think we got an issue finally.
They had, like, what, 2 drawings?
Yeah. So this is where the handling of this investigation goes so wrong. Police arrested almost 40 transgender sex workers and checked their fingerprints. This led to an outcry from the press and the public alike, and rightfully so. The police were essentially targeting transvestite sex workers and accusing them of murder. A journalist even described these actions as a, quote, ham-fisted and unproductive swoop on Mexico City's transvestite prostitutes. So, you're a transvestite prostitute. Oh, that must mean you're a murderer. Let me check your prints to make sure it doesn't match with something that I found on the scene of a murder investigation. 30 of these trans sex worker victims did a sit-in at the CDHDF, which is the Comisión de Derechos Humanos del Distrito Federal, a.k.a. the Human Rights Commission of Mexico City, for the abuse that they experienced under questioning.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesante. All the while, these murders were still happening. They're still going on. So, for example, 92-year-old Maria Dea Son Jerez Pepe Hernandez was beaten and then strangled with a scarf. And the door was left wide open. So not only is this killer still on the loose, but they're no longer careful either. They're just getting sloppy.
I swear, when they get sloppy, that's when you get fucking caught.
Stop getting sloppy. Damn. Okay. So now.
That's how What's-His-Face got caught with the black girl. You got sloppy.
During the holidays of 2005, the murders subsided, and the authorities thought that maybe the killer might have left town or maybe they died. So they actually went ahead and checked fingerprints at the morgues, the local morgues, to see if any of those fingerprints matched what they found on the murder scenes, and no such luck, no match.
Okay.
So the killer struck again. January 25th, 2006 is when
the one.
82-year-old Ana Maria Reyes de Alfaro was strangled with a stethoscope. A neighbor actually found the victim and saw a woman running from the scene of the murder and ran after her. I had also read in a separate article that the neighbor just called the cops after finding the body. But I also found another story that the victim once the neighbor found the victim, they actually ran after the person who was fleeing the scene.
Yeah,
And
so
it's like 3 different stories because I read
Yeah.
that the person that lived with her
they had lived with
found her.
Like she rented a room from her
She rented
house.
a room from her. Yeah, I'm glad she didn't go through the IRS because that's how the government didn't know that she had a dang on roommate. That's how she got sloppy. People get sloppy, and get
know
caught.
that shit.
So she didn't know that she had a roommate.
Yep. She didn't know that she had a roommate.
Really? You know you ain't right.
It's a good day, man. She didn't know that she had a roommate. She found her fleeing the scene. While running after her, the neighbors saw police patrolling the neighborhood and let them know what happened, and they actually tracked her down while she was about to get into the subway station. Juana Barraza had pension forms on her and a card identifying herself as a social worker.
Lying ass.
The interesting thing about her arrest is that she didn't even seem worried about being under arrest. She was more concerned about her daughter getting picked up from school and making arrangements for her to get home. She was just like, well, my daughter's at school. I need to make sure she gets home.
That's because she knows she's wrong.
Right. Juana's fingerprints were finally taken, and finally a match was made with prints from various murder scenes, and they knew that they had found La Mataviejitas as opposed to El Mataviejitas. So La Mataviejitas was a woman. They searched her house and found somewhat of a trophy room. They found newspaper clippings and items found from the victims' homes and an altar honoring 2 different saints. The first saint was Jesus Malverde, who was known as a angel of the poor or a narco saint, who is regularly honored by drug traffickers apparently, and Santa Muerte, also known as as Saint Death, who apparently has ties to and is honored by criminals. Whatever. I think that Santa Muerte sounds pretty cool. Right. So they also found a white coat from the Social Security office, as well as white shoes and a stethoscope.
Right, because she wanted to be a fake-ass nurse.
A fake-ass nurse, a fake-ass social worker. During her first interrogation, she admitted to the murders of Ana Maria de los Rios Alfaro and 3 others, but no others. She said she didn't murder anyone else. As far as Ana Maria goes, she said that she went to her house looking for laundry work. Ana Maria offered her 22 pesos for 12 items, and Juana said that wasn't enough. Ana Maria then said to her, "That's how cats always are. They want to earn too much." And that's when she strangled her ass with a stethoscope.
Oh, so that's what she thought was derogatory?
Derogatory? She said, wait. What?
That's how cats always are. They want to earn too much.
What?
My question, though, is why would she wear a stethoscope if she's looking for laundry work?
Because she's a jive turkey.
Why would she come dressed as a nurse with a stethoscope if she's going to come in and ask for laundry work?
Because she's a
that
fucking
didn't make any
jive turkey.
sense.
Hell, honey, she probably forgot what she was going over there for.
She probably forgot. You're right. She
She's
might have.
desperate as fuck. I mean, remember, she wasn't making no damn money.
Shit.
Being that silly ass wrestler.
You're right. She said
Just
that she
saying.
never acted as a social worker, but she couldn't explain the coat from the Social Security office.
Sure.
She couldn't explain why she had it. And she also said that she never had any official documents on her.
You know, she had since she would have said it was from Halloween. It was November.
And she stated that the police planted those papers on her. She couldn't read or write, though, so I'm not sure how she would have been able to plant specific papers on her if she couldn't read or write.
True.
Don't know.
She don't know how to read or write, but she know right from wrong. Now, how about
think.
that?
Either way, she was caught red-handed with that last
She was
victim.
caught red-handed with that first one, with that second one, or the second one that the police believe is the second one in 2006. Yes.
She had also made a a strange statement that she wasn't the only one to commit these murders, and that many others were committing the murders as well.
And why don't we go after them?
Right. When she was arrested, they stopped. The murder stopped after she was arrested, so you can't really be sure what to believe.
Magically.
Right. She had also kind of stated that she had hung out in public to find women that might have been alone and offered to help them with chores. She was ultimately suspected of killing between 42 to 48 people. I had also heard that she was suspected of killing up to 40 people. Either way, that's a big-ass number.
It's really a big number. Huge number. Huge number.
And imagine she's doing all this by hand. Like, every woman was killed by either strangulation or being beaten. So all of these murders take place by hand.
She would actually, like, beat some of them,
wrestling
then
hands.
strangle them.
Yep.
Like, some of them she would do both.
So, of course, she's stocky and built. Like, she's killing people.
That's how she's keeping her figure. She's
That's
doing
what
all
she
these
wanted.
murders.
She wanted to beat and strangle folks. That's what she wanted.
I get that.
Juana Barraza stated that her actions had to do with her own resentment towards her mother's treatment of her. She said that she hated older women, and another quote states that, "When I saw them, I felt a lot of courage, and more when they showed superiority or believed that they could humiliate me for their money."
Okay, so you were jealous.
These old women with money.
She was a jealous
put their
woman.
money over me.
She was a jealous woman. I mean, let's just think about it. Let's go ahead and just weigh all the fucking cards.
Damn.
Yep, we're gonna do it. She was a wrestler, and she hurt herself, so that probably played with her pride. That played with her strength.
Sure.
Like what she can actually do.
That was her well-being. That's how she supported her family.
Okay. And then she was broke.
Anymore.
She wasn't even making no money off those fights anyway. So after those fights, when she didn't have that, she was just completely broke after that. So when you met some older woman that was more well off than you, she was jealous.
And it happens too often where these women, not even women, I'm sorry, where these people who go on to become killers, instead of addressing the people who hurt them in their lives, they take it out on like
everybody
these replacements.
else.
Yeah, it's like, well, my mother would have been this age, and I imagine this how she would have been. That's not fair to that woman. That woman could have been innocent.
You don't know who that person was in their life. Oh, they looked like they might have been my mom at that age.
No.
So let's go kill them. Like,
you missed your opportunity, sadly, to actually confront the person who caused you so much trauma and pain.
Confront your actual mother.
Don't take it out on other people.
So I just felt like she felt a huge sense of jealousy. Like articles are saying it's something else, but let's call it what it is. It's jealousy. You were fucking jealous that these women were more well off than you or doing better than you in your eyes.
Yeah. Whatever
you think that is.
Right.
Yeah, a psych report had also stated and confirmed that her mother's treatment was what set her off. The defense team tried to declare her insane, but a psych report said otherwise. Now, as far as the trial goes, this started in the spring of 2008. As far as Mexico goes with their trials, there's no jury in Mexico, so there's just a judge. So the prosecution and the defense presented their sides to the judge. It was very much so a trial by media because this was huge in the media at that time. They made Juana Barraza stand next to a bust that was made using information from 15 different witness testimonies. And they actually dressed the bust and Juana both in red sweaters, which really helped the defense to show that visual, like, hey, this is the composite of witness statements, and here she is in the flesh. They're both wearing these red sweaters. They both have similar facial features, and before she was even standing trial, she was already guilty in the eyes of the public.
Okay, but people are also ignorant. So.
They are. Absolutely. March 31st of 2008, she was found guilty of 16 murders and aggravated burglary and 11 additional counts of murder due to the fingerprints that tied her to the scene. Juana Barraza said, "I killed one little old lady and not the others." But her her stories change frequently.
They do.
So
They
earlier
do.
she said that she had killed that one lady and 3 others, but no more. And then here she's like, I only killed one little,
right.
yeah, I only killed one little old lady, but not the others. And then when she was asked why, she said, I got angry. She was given a 759-year prison sentence, and the longest term, which is the longest term given in Mexican history. Typically, the maximum penalty in Mexico is 50 years. In another source, I had read that it was 60, but in most cases, I read 50. Juana had also said, may God forgive me and not forget me. I don't know.
Oh, he ain't gonna forget you, considering the fact that you took 50 of his motherfucking people.
Innocent people, probably. Who knows?
Innocent or not, it wasn't up to her to take them.
Oh, shit. She was then huge in the media before, but then she had proceeded to have songs written about her. TV shows were made about her. Her 2 youngest children apparently went to go live with her relatives.
Her sister, I read. Her daughter. I'm sorry, oldest daughter.
Oldest daughter. Or older sister. I had read a bunch of different stuff.
Y'all figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, you tell me what's
you can look it up.
If you're the children, let us know where you're at.
Okay.
She's currently serving at Santa Marta Jail, which is adjacent from a male prison. Prisoners are actually encouraged to socialize, and she married a male prisoner by the name of Miguel in 2015 at a wedding that was arranged by the system, and they were actually divorced after just 1 year.
Did you see why? She claimed that after they met, like, of course, through letter and phone, it's just like, oh my God, I love you, you're amazing. After they met, it was like, she claimed like something like the spark just disappeared.
That's because you didn't know him.
Exactly. So when she actually seen them face to face, she like, oh, probably like, you're not that pretty. And they end up getting divorced.
Sounds like Love is Blind.
Yeah. So they never should have met. They should have just allowed it to be just like phone and letters.
Right.
Yeah.
Pen pal-ish.
Just leave it.
To live in that fantasy forever.
Right, that fantasy, that mirage that you have of that person.
I'll always love you.
Now, do you talk about criminal? Oh my God! Don't let me drink no more. Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds.
Yes. Okay.
They did an episode on her, right?
Now, fun fact.
It's actually more than one
but I
episode.
don't talk about it.
I am such a huge fan of Criminal Minds.
You leaving?
If Rachel disappears, guys, it's for a reason. Now, I am a huge fan.
Damn.
Rachel ran away.
She gone.
Now, I am a huge fan of Criminal Minds. There was an episode in season 1 where there was literally a serial killer in Mexico who targeted elderly women. Now, the person usually targeted women who didn't have a lot of family,
It was
right?
based after her, wasn't it?
Yes. So it moves on. This person actually pretended to be a nurse, and while in the home, they would rob the victims and even took small trophies, which is what Juana was doing. She was mainly just going there to take trophies.
Juana.
I had no idea at the time that this episode was based off of a real serial killer. So they both ended up being arrested while leaving the last victim's home. And so what ends up happening, the local cops were also both I guess kind of reprimanded and judged for refusing to admit to the public that there was a serial killer striking. Now, in this episode, the difference is it was proven that the serial killer was actually a man dressed as a woman. Juana was actually a woman. Yeah.
Right.
So an eyewitness, we already talked about in Juana's case, described her as being stocky and built, and they thought it was a woman or whatever. But the episode, it actually ended up being a man. Now, in the last episode, or not the last episode, like the last few minutes of the episode, I haven't seen it in a while, but I believe it was something like all the community of women got together and they were like, you want to pretend you're a woman? We're going to make you a woman.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they actually like castrates the like, it was like...
We should watch that.
Yeah, because
that.
I was reading everything a few days ago, and I was like, oh my God, I remember that because it was such a good episode. And I was like, I haven't seen it in years, but I was like, I remember that. And it would have meant so much more to me if I knew it was based off of a real
the history behind it. Yeah.
So I wonder how many like Criminal Minds episodes were actually based off of real serial killers.
Criminal Minds, that's that show with that
Shamar Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets it going.
He's so attractive.
He gets it going.
Oh man. He's bald, right?
Yeah.
Bald as hell and just attractive as hell as well.
Very expressive eyebrows. Yeah. So anywho.
Okay.
So Rachel's back. We're just talking about that criminal. I just explained that Criminal Minds episode.
Was Shamar Moore fine ass?
Yes. How they end up castrating the man, because in this episode he actually pretended that it was the actual man pretending to be a woman, unlike Juana's case. It was a deep episode. So Christina suggested we watch it after, but it was
we should
really,
watch
really
it together.
I'll totally watch it, but I don't
it.
appreciate them actually making it being a man. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I think
that's weird.
probably for copyright reasons, they may have had to change some things. Or, writers are assholes.
Change
Maybe
the
they
damn
changed
name.
it. I don't even
Maybe they're
know.
like, what if it was actually a man?
No, I don't like that shit. Because she was not a fucking man.
Right.
True. Apparently, Juana now sells quesadillas on Mondays to make money.
Yes, at the jailhouse,
Right.
girl. Yeah.
Buy some
And
Juana
she's learning
Barraza
to read and
quesadillas.
write. So she'll be reading and writing very soon. Maybe she'll write her own memoir.
Okay, so where's she at?
Who
We're going to
knows?
go and get some tacos.
Somewhere in Mexico. We ain't going down there right now.
You don't want to go
We
to
gotta
Mexico?
go down there.
A lot of tourists are getting killed in Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
going to
gotta
keep
wait.
our ass right
We'll
here in
wait.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna wait a while.
Yeah. We'll wait. We'll go visit my dad and my family.
Yeah,
My
we
dad's
got to go
family.
there. Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Do something for your dad.
Well, we had
shizzle.
planned to go there. My brother and sister and I
saw
had planned to go there next year
Mm-hmm.
to go visit them, but we had planned a whole thing on who we were going to go meet my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my half brother and my half sister have a different dad, but they were like, "Yeah, we want to meet your dad because you're our sister, and we want to meet your dad."
Right.
So they were excited to go meet him. But anyway, Juana Barraza, I think it's kind of, I don't know the word, ironic, I guess, that she gave an escape for people that were experiencing a lot of violence in the area, but as an entertainer, but she was actually a perpetrator of violence all along. Bless her heart. She had she got married, she got divorced, and now she's just living her best life in prison, I guess.
Making tacos. Yeah, go ahead.
Making tacos, making quesadillas, living her
Now,
dream.
one of my questions, because Juana actually went on to say, like, she was very adamant, like, hey, I killed this one woman who you caught me leaving her house, but she was very adamant that she was unfairly treated by the cops so that they could close the case. She said that she never killed anyone else. She just killed the one. Now, they did say that fingerprints matched hers in 10 of the murder cases,
yes.
as well as
10
one
other
attempted
scenes.
murder.
Right,
Yeah.
girl.
But keep in mind,
There's one person
and we've
that
seen
survived,
it,
right? Yep.
and keep in mind, we've seen it in this show alone, many cases where cops have fabricated or bent the truth to actually close a
Yeah.
conviction. Do you think that is possible? Because I did see one video where the author of one of her books, she had written about her and she admitted that she didn't think that Juana got a fair deal because of her masculine appearance and that she represented what they did not think a woman should represent.
But that's
Do you
actually
think-
why I don't think she did it, though.
I was gonna say, do you think it's possible that she actually only killed the one woman and she was blamed for the others? What do y'all think?
No.
No? What do you
I don't, it doesn't make sense that she was caught red-handed with one murder, but she had happened to just been caught for that one murder that she did.
Right.
Like, she had obviously, and with I don't know if the cops had planted fingerprints on the other scenes, but the fact that her fingerprints were tied to other scenes makes a lot of sense.
Okay. What you thinking, Rachel?
I think that she's using her masculine appearance to her advantage.
Okay.
She's just like, oh, well, they thought I was a man. It wasn't me. You know, like, it was you.
So you think she did do all of these?
It was you.
Okay. I agree with y'all. I think that she did commit these murders. I think she took advantage of little old ladies who trusted her and who thought that she was there to kind of improve the quality of their lifestyle, which is horrible. These women should have been able to finish their lives in peace, but she came in and she literally robbed them of their items and then robbed them of their lives in a brutal manner. And there's actually, I talked to them about it earlier. If you guys are interested in it, there's pictures of her victims online. I'm warning you, don't look at it if you don't want to kind of be haunted by these images. But there are pictures online that you can see the extent of how brutal her murders were and how much rage Juana had inside of her.
She said she was angry. She said she was
very
angry. But because she's saying that she was angry, I just feel like this. If you do something this brutal, go ahead and fess up to it.
Right. You're not getting out of jail.
Yeah, you did it. You're not getting out of jail.
Right.
You did it, man. Just fess up to it.
Absolutely.
And so I don't like the fact that she's just like, I did this one, and you guys didn't catch me for the other 50.
Right, yeah.
Like,
she
no,
just
girl.
Admit, what do you have to lose at this point?
Just because they felt like you was
closure.
a damn man in the beginning. Okay, I feel for you. I don't want to be called a goddamn man either. However, you did it, though.
Exactly. Oh, Juana. Well, guys, that is the story of Juana Barraza, El Mataviejitas, the little old lady killer. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I think it's interesting how we started our season with a woman serial killer, and we ended with one.
Hell yeah.
On accident.
Right. One was a giggling granny. Well, one was the giggling granny,
and one is the one that's killing grannies, little bitch.
Killing grannies.
It's crazy how that tied in together, and we didn't even try it.
Is she still alive? I want to talk to her.
Juana's still alive.
I think she's still alive. I want to talk to her.
She's like
she's living her best life in prison
she's in jail right now.
Yeah, serving up them tacos.
Quesadillas.
Some quesadillas.
Y'all, what if we go get some tacos and be like, you motherfucker?
I am so down. I want some quesadillas. Go buy some quesadillas and be like, by the way, what the fuck is your deal?
Okay. She'd be like, oh, girl, pull up a chair. I got you. Come on. Get the lettuce.
Let's sit down and talk about this.
I said I only killed one.
Right. Well, guys, for our season finale, we decided to do things a little different, right? So this is going to be a fun segment for us. I don't know how y'all going to enjoy it, but we about to sure hell enjoy it. In replace of our cold-hearted question, we are going to do a drunk spelling bee.
Scared.
Yeah, we drank 3 bottles of wine.
Okay. And
well,
3 shots of whiskey.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you the wine we drank. We
It's
had
been
drank
good.
this what's this one called?
Gallo?
The Gallo Family Sweet Strawberry. And then I brought raspberry wine. Christina had
I had a
cherry
from
rhubarb.
Three Cellars Winery.
No, cranberry.
Cranberry
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb, yeah.
Okay,
rhubarb
so
wine.
mine was 1.5 and the ladies was
1.5
750. All right.
And we got a whole box of Franzia as well
Oh,
that we've been supplementing with.
Sunset
After we
Blush.
finished the bottles, we kept going with the Sunset Blush. So
not only have we
pretty
been drinking the
intoxicated.
Franzia, we're drinking the Rye the Gallo. And
We're
what's yours
for-
called, baby?
The
Sisters. What's yours called? Doris County.
Three Cellars.
Three Cellars. Three
from
Sisters.
Sometime
Wisconsin
in
brand,
County.
by the way. If you guys are looking for
Wisconsin
sponsorships, hit us up.
by the way.
We need some sponsors.
So we're 3 bottles, 1 box of wine in, and
my God.
3 shots of wild turkey
It's been
honey
a
whiskey.
good time.
And
I'm just saying that wild turkey American honey is off the chisel.
It is
Right.
so good.
So we say all this to say that we've clearly been drinking this entire episode for in preparation for this moment right here.
Yeah.
So the way this will work,
no.
one person will give 2 words, and we will have 15 seconds or so
Here's some
to
more wine.
quickly write out on a piece of paper. Do it quickly, Christine. We're finna start.
Oh, you
to
got
quickly
paper?
write out on a piece of paper how they think that word is spelled. Now, the person given the words will correctly spell the word for you guys and then read out how the other 2 contestants spelled the word. No one's going to be ashamed or embarrassed because, again, we've been drinking.
I will.
And we are all college-educated women, so screw you guys, we're smart.
And we have a private college education.
Okay, private college. We're not
get a
eligible
refill?
for... No, we're good. Let's start this. Come on, sit
Sure.
down, Christina.
All
Let's start it. This episode's been long.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm going to give y'all my words first.
Okay,
right.
hit it.
Let me get my paper.
So, I want you all to spell.
One at a time.
I'm going to. Jeez Louise.
My bad. I'm aggressive when I'm drunk.
Okay. My
That's what I like.
favorite artist's last name. Ghaznavi.
What the hell?
Ghaznavi.
Got it. All right, quick. How do you spell it for real?
Okay, so Ghaznavi is actually spelled Ghaznavi.
She knew who that was. That's not shit. That's not fair.
But Christina
I
still
spelled
got
it
it wrong because she spelled it Ghaznavi.
I put another H in there.
And then Tasha, with her basic ass, spelled it Goznavi. She tried.
Hey, I was in 5th grade spelling champ. You can't tell me
right,
shit.
so neither one of those got those right. All right, and the
wrong.
second one is my favorite liquid to season my wheat meat with.
I'm out.
Worcestershire sauce.
Oh, shit.
All right, got it.
You spelled it already.
I'm probably wrong. I'm not
Because
thinking.
she
I'm
wrong
drunk.
as hell.
Quick.
That's why.
It's got to be quick. I ain't got to get it right. We ain't winning no money.
We sure ain't.
I just want to say Christina's still right. She lost this round, even if I got her spelled wrong because she took too long. All right, spell it right. No, spell it right first. Spell it right first, Rachel. Spell it
Okay,
right.
so the correct spelling is WORCESTER.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
is there
We
a
both
T in
got
there
it
for
wrong.
real?
No, Christina got it wrong because she put an H in between the C and E. Otherwise, she would have got that shit right.
I got my
and
way
Tasha, this how Tasha spelled it, y'all. Are y'all ready? WORCHESHIRE. I love her so much.
Oh, shit.
She's so
I
amazing.
spelled it how it sounds.
She spelled it how it sounds. She
All right.
spelled it how it sounds.
My turn. You have to say
Sure.
finna keep embarrassing me.
It's all right.
All right.
I'm finna get embarrassed. too.
Y'all ready?
Shit, yeah.
Yes.
My first word. Pterodactyl.
Oh, shit.
Spell pterodactyl. Quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Let me see.
Oh, shit. I'm scared.
Oh, shit. Okay. So it's spelled Pterodac.
Oh, you said pterodactyl?
Pterodactyl. You said it right, but you spelled it wrong.
Pterodactyl.
Well,
Oh, shit.
Pterodactyl.
Oh.
One person spelled it right. That would be Christina. Let me tell you. No. Let me tell you how Rachel spelled this shit. Rachel spelled pterodactyl as TARRADACTA. She spelled pterodactyl. I'm so mad at you. All right, next one. This is another common one, but it's spelled wrong all the
right.
time.
Tasha.
I'm sorry. This is a good one. Y'all ready?
I'm scared. Okay.
Handkerchief. Spell handkerchief. As in, one day I grabbed my handkerchief to wipe my nose.
Got it.
Oh, shit. Okay, I should have picked harder ones.
Oh, wait. Okay, I don't know if that's right. I forgot. See the drinking. Why'd you have to add the drinking?
Oh, shit. Both of them spelled it right.
Hell yeah!
Handkerchief is HANDKERCIEF.
I'm a smart bitch.
All right, Christina, hit it.
Fuck. All right. So I'm going to start off with a word that I misspelled myself while I was in the spelling bee in, I don't know, like 6th or 7th grade or something.
That
shit
ain't
like
even
that.
right, but
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Antelope. As in, I
Got
saw
it.
an antelope. Running along.
I think I spelled that right.
Okay. ANTELOPE.
Yeah.
You both got it right.
Hey.
You guys guys would have won this fucking spelling bee. I spelled it with an A. Antalope.
We're
My
smarter
dumbass.
than elementary,
You're sure?
Christina.
You're smarter than...
You spell antelope.
Yeah.
Antelope. Yeah,
You're smarter than my 11-year-old ass.
It's all right, honey. It's all right. You learn.
That's true.
That's all that matters.
Another word that I thought would be funny to ask you guys to spell would be Mataviejitas. As in, we caught La Mataviejitas. You've seen it plenty of times.
Oh, I spelled this all the way wrong. Because I only did the phonetic spelling of it. M-A-H.
I got it right because I spelled her last name.
Oh, shit. I spelled this so wrong.
Mataviejitas. I don't know what Tasha's got going on, but Rachel got that right.
Is her name. How the hell you spell it, Tasha? Come on.
Okay, I spelled it as Matevihitav.
Nice. I mean, that's
just threw a bunch of
spelling it
letters
out.
in there.
She just threw some shit in there.
That's spelling it out
Tasha,
at its best.
Okay, rule of thumb. There is no H in Spanish when it's ha. Okay, it's a J.
It's a J. Or if there's a Y sound, it's two L's.
It's two
instead.
L's, yes.
Phonetically, is that the word I'm looking for? I spelled it Matavahtahe.
Lord.
Too many
T-A-S.
H's, girl.
That's how I pronounced it right every time. I actually wrote out
My last name is in there.
Mataviejitas.
My last name is in there.
That don't help me. Look, I said that don't help me.
You couldn't Mata. Vahita.
Christina
Nope.
Mata.
That's how to spell it out.
Mataviejitas.
Mataviejitas. Well, guys,
Yeah,
that is a
Mataviejitas.
new segment we just tried. Drunk spelling bee. We had fun.
I like that.
I don't know. Thank you. I thought it would be
I
fun.
actually thought that was actually fun, and here is the end of our season. Thank you so
Shit.
much for
The
joining
first
us.
season.
Anything y'all
Holy
want to
camole.
say, Rachel?
My glass is empty, so I
Okay.
can't toast with you,
I offered
hoes.
you a refill.
Well, I just drank the rest of it because I was just saying.
You want a refill right now?
Not we finna
Mataviejitas.
close the show. Anything you want to say to the lovely fans out there?
I would just like to thank all the little people that I stepped on along the way to
Oh
get
my
to where I am
gosh,
today.
They're
Girl.
called midgets now.
They're
I'm just
called
kidding.
they're called little people.
They're called little people.
They're called little people. They're no longer midgets.
Oh shit!
No.
Don't cancel me, guys. Cancel culture. Don't cancel me.
Don't
It was just a
cancel
joke.
her. She didn't
No.
know. She
I
didn't
didn't
know.
We've been through a lot of shit this first season together.
we have.
And I think that the fact that we managed to continue to record our episodes and still have a new episode every week says a lot to our commitment.
Yeah.
And I love all of you guys.
Yeah, I
love
even
each of you
recorded
guys.
with possibly having coronavirus.
You
Yeah.
sure did.
You did.
You recorded
So,
remotely.
I love you long
Hell yeah.
time. I hope you love me long time.
Fuck yeah, love us long time.
2020 has not been nice to a lot of us. I just want to say I'm so grateful for you two ladies.
Oh, I
So,
love you too, honey.
Thank you guys. I'll kind of I guess disclose it because we're at the end of the episode. Most people don't make it this end.
Sure.
This far. I have gone through a lot of health issues. It's something that's so taboo. I don't know why more women don't talk about it. I miscarried last month. So during this whole show, I've been trying to stay positive, going through a miscarriage, and now it just came out that I have cancerous cells in my cervix. So it has been a hell of a year. But you ladies, this keeps me grounded. This makes me happy.
I'm gonna dress in costume for New Year's Eve. You know that, and
Hell
we're
yeah.
gonna fucking party it up
gonna
because I
party
love
the
holidays.
shit
and
out
I
of
can't
each
help
other.
myself.
We gonna party. I usually wouldn't share this type of shit, but
fucking
I
party.
just got these
Yeah, I'm
results. So
actually like
I'm
super
kind
proud
of-
of you for doing that. Normally
it's
you
fresh.
wouldn't.
I'm gonna cry as soon as we literally end this
that's-
podcast.
We've all gone through a ton of shit,
Well,
and
we
Natasha's
do.
been an amazing presence and trooper throughout.
Well,
this
she's
whole thing.
she's our main host for the show. She came up with this idea, and we piggybacked.
She is our soul.
So Of course, we love Tasha, and we are going to be here for her every step of the way. We also hope that you are here. Please don't get too personal. Please don't send inboxes and all that extra stuff. We don't need that. Please don't do that. And if you feel the need to, thank you, but don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to process enough. I can't read
We're going to deal with this by ourselves. But as long as you all are here to listen to us and enjoy our show with these crazy serial killers that we choose, we'll love you long time for that. So that's all we need from you. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. And also, we are going to start, just in case you're looking for more Blood Sisters next week, we're taking a week off. We need a much needed fucking vacation, okay?
Absolutely.
So we will post all old shows for you guys over the next week. But at the end of season 1, we're going to take a much needed week off. And coming back for season 2, we're going to restructure it. If you yourself have always listened and thought, oh, I like that, I think I could do this, hit us up. We would love to have you come in and be a special guest co-host.
Yeah, we have 2 guests already set up. We're not going to tell you who.
I was going to say the name.
2 guests already set up. Yeah.
So we reached out to those 2 already. If you think, hey, I would like to come in and help y'all out on one episode, and it's a serial killer that you are well versed in, or you've always thought, oh, I would love to cover these guys in more detail, let us know.
We would sure love to hear from you.
We'll invite you in here. We'll make sure you pass a corona test first. Bob's going to do temperature checks at the door.
He'll do temperature checks and he'll do all the questions.
And it's all anal. So, I mean, you got to be comfortable with that.
You have to make sure that you're comfortable with him sticking 2 of his fingers up your butt.
They didn't tell me shit. They supposed to be bending over?
Bending and coughing. Yeah. Yep. So
bending over and coughing. Y'all ready to bend over and cough?
Well, guys, I am Tasha Carr with
Rachel Shuri,
Christina Mata.
Flirting with darkness and promoting weird brown girl joy. Until next season!
Yes! Next season! Peace! Peace!